You're laughing like an idiot while watching your favorite game show on YouTube. This is what you do every day when you come home from university because you are the only one here since you always go home first. You laugh and choke on your own saliva because the show was really funny and it really relieves your stress. But you turned off the laptop quickly after you heard footsteps coming. You took your book and pretended that you've been studying math since your grades are quite low in this subject. The door opened and your husband entered the room. He walked towards you and turned the chair you were sitting on so you were facing him. He placed his hands under your both underarms and left you to sit on the study table as he hugs you tightly. I miss you, but we just saw each other earlier in the university. Still, I miss you. He holds your face with his one hand and kisses you as you kiss him back passionately. The kiss takes 1 minute before he broke it, and now he goes to your neck and starts kissing it. This time you know what Jungkook wants to happen. But, but, you also know that Jungkook will keep his promise to your parents that he won't get you pregnant until you graduated from college. You heard him take a deep breath and stop kissing your neck. Instead, he just buried his face in your neck while smelling your scent. Until when I can control myself? He asked as you giggle and kiss his forehead. Thank you for fulfilling your promise to my parents. But cool, you know what? I'm so excited for that part to happen. He chuckles and gently bites your lips as he says, Stop provoking me, YN. I'll make sure I'm turning into a wild beast while doing that. I'm just kidding. By the way, did you eat? Not yet. You? I waited for you. Let's eat. I cooked something delicious. He turned around to face his back on you. You jumped behind him as he gave you a piggyback ride, and you went to the kitchen together to have dinner. Jungkook is your older brother's best friend. He always at your house to play computer games and play basketball. Since they were in college until now that they have their own professions. The secret feelings for him started when you were in high school while Jungkook was in college at that time. You know he won't like you because you are younger than him. Although he is nice to you and sweet, you thought maybe he only treats you like a sister. Your good relationship with him continued until he graduated in college and you were in your first year of college at that time. When he asked you to help him to buy a gift for a girl he loves, you didn't even want to go with him because of course you were hurt. Imagine you are the one who will choose the gift for your rival. But since you didn't want to notice that you were jealous, you still went with him and he let you choose. So you choose the ugliest and the cheapest necklace. You made sure that if the girl that he loves wear it, her neck became itchy. After buying a gift, he took you to the top of the Namsam Tower. But you were surprised when he confessed to you. He said that you were the girl he loved since he first saw you. And that was also the reason why he always went to your house just to see you. You praise and thank all saints of all religions at those time in happiness that you felt. Of course, you just want to be true to yourself. That's why you also said that you love him before he changed his mind. And the moment he put the necklace around your neck, you just smiled, but in reality, he wanted to throw it away because it was so itchy. If you only know that the gift was going to be given to you, you choose the expensive one. You start dating, but there is a big problem. You need to hide your relationship with Jungkook from your parents because you promised them that you will not have a boyfriend until you finish your studies. The only person who knows your relationship is your brother. After 2 years of hiding your relationship, you just woke up and find out that you and Jungkook are getting married. Without you knowing, Jungkook told your parents that he likes you and he wants to take care of you. He also told your parents that you're afraid to tell them about your relationship because of your promise to them. Jungkook impressed both of your parents with his sincerity and honesty, so they pretended not to know that you and Jungkook dated. After 2 years, Jungkook told them that he wants to marry you, and since they like Jungkook, they agree in one condition: you get pregnant after college. Jungkook promised that he would do that, and finally, you got married. You have been married for almost 6 months, but you choose to hide it from the university to protect your image.
The next day.
You took your bag and car key and hurriedly ran down the stairs. Oops, it's still early. Why are you in a hurry? Your husband asked you while he was in the kitchen preparing breakfast for the two of you. I have to go early in the library. I forgot Daisy and I have another project to do, you replied. But how about your breakfast? Later at school. You saw his reaction as if he was disappointed. Maybe because he made an effort to make breakfast, then you won't eat it. You backhug him and say, I'm sorry, promise, this won't happen again. It's okay, just wait for a second, I'll make you sandwich. After making sandwiches, he gave it to you and told you to eat it while on the road, so your stomach is full. I will surely eat this. Thank you, Po, you said, and give him a pig. You get out of the house and ride in the car that he bought for you, so that you won't have a hard time commuting since he can take you to the university with him. Someone might see you two together. Goodbye, catch you later. Be careful. You too. Time skip. You just finished your math subject and the professor left completely when Jackson came and sat in front of you, the guy who likes you and courted you for about 1 year. You told him several times that you don't like him, but still he continuously courting you. Aside from that, almost every day he gives you something which you don't accept it. YN, do you want to play in the arcade later? I'll treat you. You just smile because you don't want Jackson to be embarrassed. Sorry, I'm busy. Brenda and I have a project to do later. Right, Brenda? Brenda got surprised after you dragged her name in your conversation, but still, she rides on you. Oh, we have a project that we need to finish, she said. Jackson continued talking to you until someone spoke. Jackson, go back to your seat. You look in front as you see your husband standing there, furrowing his brows while giving Jackson a death glare. Jungkook knows that Jackson likes you, and he won't deny that he's jealous of him. Sir, I will sit here from now on since this seat is available, Jackson replied. That made Jungkook blood boil even more. He starts his lecture in biology, but he can't take his eyes on you. That made you nervous. Ready for punishment later, Brenda whispered. Stop mocking me, you replied, and pinched the side of your best friend. She is the only person in the university knows that Jungkook is your husband. The bell rang, indicating that it was lunch break. Jungkook said goodbye to his class and about to go out, but before he left, Miss Choi YN, come to my office after you have your lunch. I have a discussion with you. I told you, Brenda said in low voice. Yes, sir, you replied. After eating lunch, you went to Jungkook's office with full of confidence. You know your husband won't be angry with you. Besides, you really have nothing to be afraid since you are not doing anything wrong. You knocked the door as you heard him saying, "Come in." You twist the doorknob and get inside. The moment he saw you, he stood up from his chair and held your wrist. As he pulled you going back to his chair and made you sit, he sat in front of you while his both arms were on the armchair. He bent a little and brought his face closer to your face. Did you eat lunch? He asked. Hmm, you? As he nods. What's that? About what? About earlier? You know what he's referring to about Jackson. I didn't do anything wrong. He just asked me if I wanted to go to the arcade. And what was your answer? Mm, I can't say I don't want to because my handsome husband might be angry. So I just told him that Brenda and I are going to finish a project. He looks at your eyes and gives you a peek and says, "Okay, that's it?" You ask. That's it. Actually, this is just my excuse to see you. But that Jackson really getting into my nerves. Don't worry, he's nothing compared to you. Same as yesterday, Jackson came to you after your math subject ended. Brenda, do you have any sweet? Math is really stressful. I feel like I will go bald in the subject, you said while scratching your head. Sorry, I don't have any candy or any sweets, she replied. Jackson placed some lollipops on your desk and said, "Here, you can have this." You took it without second thought. You peeled it and put it on your mouth. Meanwhile, Jungkook just entered the classroom when he saw Jackson handed you a lollipop and you ate it. But he got annoyed after he saw Jackson secretly smile. Of course, he was happy for the first time. You accepted what he gave it to you. This time, Jungkook couldn't hold back his anger. He thought Jackson should know that you are already taken, and he wanted to let Jackson know that you are his wife, the girl he loves the most. He walked towards you. You were surprised what he was going to do. Why did he approach you? Until Jungkook winked and snatched the lollipop from your mouth as he placed it on his mouth. That made everyone shocked, even you. You were speechless in shock. He noticed that all the students were dumbfounded by looking at him. Why are you looking at me? Is there something wrong with what I did? Guys, relax. YN and I are married, he said without any hesitation. You were afraid that your classmate would bash you for marrying at an early age. That's why you were surprised when everyone excitedly asked, "Really, sir? You and YN are married?" One of the students asked, while the others are interested to know your love story. I fell in love with her when she was in high school. I waited for her until she went to college before I confessed, and after 2 years, I proposed to her parents to marry their daughter. because she's the girl I want to be with for the rest of my life. So, to the guys out there, wine is already taken, so just move on. Jungkook said while looking at Jackson. Jackson realized that Jungkook was referring to him, so he immediately moved to another seat. While the other students were still questioning Jungkook about your love story. And you were still out of words about what your husband did. You can't escape from me starting today, my wife, he said, and giggles. 1 year and a half later, you graduated from college. Jungkook proudly claps his hands and he's so happy because finally you graduated. But this is not the reason why he is so happy. The real reason is finally you two can party, yeah, later. Let's see if you turn into a wild beast later. You seductively said that words. The end. Thank you for watching, Coobies. Good night. Coobies, you are free to imagine what would happen to them. Learn to alert.